to 157% the Five Nights at Freddy's RPG, which I still can't believe is a real thing. I'll need to grab every collectible, every character, solve incomprehensible secret puzzles that require you to find random no-collision objects, beat some nigh impossible bosses, drown in this weird lake, and beat the game's Halloween update that added challenges so frustrating it nearly tripled my time playing this game. Why did they make it so hard? And speaking of hard, that's the difficulty we're gonna need to play on as we load in with our dear friend Fredbear. After swallowing what he was chewing, Fredbear tells us that things have been weird in the usual peaceful world of animatronica, and it's our job to save it. With that complex lore drop, we're dropped into the world, where I'm quickly ambushed and sent into my first ever random encounter. Also, quick disclaimer, this game has tons of flashing lights, so please be aware. Oh, what the hell? Is this an actual— oh no, it's like Final Fantasy. Oh crap. Okay, wait, but I can't choose who to target? Cupcake, what's going on? Oh, Chica's the healer. Okay, I need time. I don't know what's going on. What the hell? Bash Jam, low damage, all enemy. Bash Jam, I guess. Pizza Wheel, hits multiple times for multiple enemies. Pizza Wheel. Okay, was that good? Oh my god, everyone's dying. What the heck? I have to bring in the B team. Oh, what's going on? Yes, if you couldn't tell by my frantic exacerbation, the battle system is insanely confusing on first impression. I mean, every single character has 3 moves, with each of them sounding nonsensical with intensely specific and strange effects. Hoppers? What? I don't think you should be doing that. On top of that, the battle system is done in like a Final Fantasy turn-based way, where the battles take place in real time, with each character just having cooldowns on their moves. This general confusion on what the ever-living heck is going on quickly results in— what the frick? I'm gonna die! I gotta get out of here! I got a game over! Is that bad? Is that common? I have no idea what's going on. Now, luckily for me, a game over doesn't do much other than slightly inconvenience you, but unluckily for me, there is no way of looking up what moves do outside of battle, so the only way to learn is by battling. But surely now, I understand what's going on here and can easily take on this very first encounter. Low damage, refills life during battle, heals all party members who didn't need to do that. Pizza Wheel. Okay, that seems good. Maybe? I don't know, I'm kind of getting owned. Bash Jam. Stun them. Yes. Okay. Freddy's dead. What? Cupcake. It was her final thing. Bash Jam. That seems really good. Bonnie, we can't even get through these freaking first enemies. Soon after, our B team comes in and is also quickly bested, resulting in my second game over. And believe it or not, it wouldn't be until after my third game over that I would figure out what the heck is going on here, so let me explain each character a bit. First up, we've got the man himself, Freddy Fazbear. And for once, Freddy is definitely the strongest of his crew. He's got 2 main moves we'll be taking advantage of. First is Pizza Wheel. This is a low damage move that rolls out a bunch of pizzas over every enemy. While the damage is low, it hits each enemy multiple times. This starts out just saying 1 or 2, but scales with our attack, and as we'll soon see, we can end up doing massive amounts of damage with each wheel. Pizza Wheel is by far our best attack, and it will be for quite a while. But that's not all, as Freddy also has access to Birthday. This move gives the entire party an all stats up. Those stats, of course, being attack, defense, and speed. Now, for my Shin Megami Tensei heads out there, I don't need to tell you how good an all-party Heat Riser is, but for those of you guys who are here from the FNaF side of things, putting this on while your mommy cooks you chicken nuggets, in RPGs, generally buffing your own stats and debuffing the opponents is just about the best thing you can do. Next up, we've got Bonnie, and he's a pretty standard middle-of-the-road character. Mainly all we'll be doing with him is clicking Bash Jam, a low-power attack that hits all enemies. Next is Chica, who serves as our healer by using her signature Cupcake. Finally, we've got Foxy, who kind of serves as like a cleric. For right now, I don't really understand his kit outside of Hook being single target damage, so we'll get to him later. But that's not all. As you saw before, at any time, we can swap to our B team. And for this one, Scott made to use everyone's favorite, our sexier toy counterparts. Now, we've got good news and bad news. The bad news is that all of these animatronics are really bad. The good news is actually for my viewer retention time, as the only good one is Toy Chica. She's got access to Birthday and a healing move, making her an upgrade in every way to regular Chica and our second best party member as of current. After winning a few battles, I earned some experience, which equally levels up all 8 of my party members, and fast tokens as well, which is of course money. Now with some experience and level ups in my back pocket, I wander up north where I find this wood-suckling little freak. Is this a boss? Auto Chipper. Now I've got my main attack loop down. Birthday with Freddy, Bite or Bash with Bonnie, Heal with Chica, Hook with Foxy. Then with Freddy, if Birthday's still up, Pizza Wheel, and repeat. There does come a small complication with this, and it's a status effect called Jump Scare. Jump Scare paralyzes your entire party for actually a good amount of time. So whenever that happens, it's important to swap to your other squad. But the main problem I run into here is Auto Chipper can one-hit every single person on my team. And with no way to revive someone after they're dead, I quickly sustain another game over. This is really starting to get embarrassing now. Seems like we're gonna need some additional power. So it's time to take a look around the spawn point. The first friendly face we encounter is Lolbit. And yes, this game actually did come out before Sister Location, meaning that this is their first ever appearance.
In what FNaF game did the character Lolbit make its first appearance?
Sister Location.
Oh, foolish Piper. You've embarrassed yourself. You dare LARP in the pizzeria that raised me? It should have been me cuddling in the back seat with Toy Chica. Me cringing to CG5's terrible song. What's next? We're forced to hear your theory on freaking pink guy? Now, Lolbit will pop up all across the game and sell something called bytes, which are basically just passive benefits you can equip, with the limit being only 4 bytes at once. I decided to buy the Neon Bee and Nat, as both say they should provide us with extra damage. And you know, they actually do a surprising amount. Our next villager is Dee Dee, and she's got a fishing minigame, because in indie game, if you don't have fishing minigame, they kill you. Here, the objective is to fish up this pearl on the bottom of the fishing hole, and if you do, you're rewarded with 100 tokens, which I accomplish and then can spend my precious coins on the last Lolbit bee bite. Unfortunately, the final villager, this endoskeleton, is useless for us now, as his defensive upgrades are way out of our price range. With nothing left to do, I go to exit the village, where I receive a pretty strange pop-up. A new challenger has appeared. The heck? Okay, JJ, alright, I don't know. Dog, I don't know what's going on. Oh, we got it. Okay, we killed JJ. Is that good? You have a new party member. Oh, now we can use JJ. Yes, this is how we unlock new characters. Basically, while you're walking around, you have a random chance to receive this pop-up. When you do, you're given an encounter with one of the corresponding unlockable characters from that area. Unfortunately for our new friend here, though, everyone in the Balloon Boy family just gives me the absolute heebie-jeebies, so you're staying on the bench, JJ. But with all our new upgrades, it was time to finally crush that dang wood chipper. Okay, let's get regen song going. Let's definitely have birthday up. Let's definitely get bite going. And let's definitely have hot cheese on lock and key. Oh, we are killing them now. Oh my god, those bites are doing insane damage. Holy crap, that did a lot of damage too. All right, we're good. We're done. We got them. Okay, that was easy now. Oh, and we got 400 XP. Holy crap. That 400 XP combined with all our new upgrades means that now we can clear through all the fights with no issue. I had finally conquered the baby tutorial battles 30 minutes into this playthrough. Oh god, this is gonna be a long video. I head through the area the chipper was guarding and pick myself up our first chip. Chips are like bites, but different. This one specifically is head start strength and also head start defense, which let us start the battle with a temporary strength and defense booth respectively. Not super useful when we usually start each fight clicking birthday anyway, but you know, nice to have. After that, we get our second challenger announcement and are now faced up against Balloon Boy. Okay, I guess we really are just never getting new members. Now that we're a bit stronger, I can stand to stall in the battle for a bit, and I realize how truly awful the toys are, besides of course Goonbug. As such, I decide to swap out regular Chica from my main squad for her much more talented younger sister. Don't ask me if that's lore accurate. As of right now, I only really need to swap between my squads if the main squad goes down, so just having all your best party members on the A squad is the best plan here. I finally take the plunge and head on down from our safe haven of Fazbear Hills, down south where our friend Fredbear has been waiting for us. He tells us that behind him is a tree that's glitching, and if we walk into it, we'll be able to access the flip side, which will allow us to get to new areas we couldn't before. Fredbear says we need to investigate the source of these. Yeah. Save the world, glitches, purple guy, whatever. Look, it's Phantom Chica! I walk into the glitch tree and enter the blue zone. If you walk into a fire, you'll exit the layer. But not all exits will progress you. Like this one, that just makes me backtrack back to the beginning. But if we go just a bit further, we can pop out behind this otherwise impassable stump, and click this button to lower that vile stump blocking our path. Oh, who's that? Is that Nightmare Fredbear? Nightmare Freddy, rather? We fight off another wood chipper, which gives us the Ever Comet chip. This will periodically drop comets on all enemies, dealing damage. And with that, we had entered our second major area, the Dusting Field. Now, the enemies in here are a fair bit stronger, but thankfully we had bulked up too, mainly with 2 methods. First, since we had leveled up our attack so much, those pizza wheels that used to be doing 1 or 2 damage were now hitting each enemy for 20 each, meaning we're doing more than 100 damage each use. Additionally, I finally learned how Foxy's other ability, Hot Cheese, works. Upon using the move, Foxy will spray hot cheese all across the battlefield, doing consistent damage to the enemy until it eventually fades away. However, this is where FNaF World introduces a pretty important mechanic in positioning. You see, some moves don't just apply to the opponent, they consider the real-world positioning of the move. In this case, the cheese that Foxy applies, and where it lands actually matters, as if the cheese misses the enemy, it doesn't do any damage. Still, this chance is often worth taking, as just the amount of damage the hot cheese does if it hits is just incredible. In this area, Lolbit is selling bites that have a chance to instantly kill enemies, a skill type that I have always hated in RPGs, so I completely ignore her. Fredbear is also here to tell us that inside the glitched blue layer we entered before, you may sometimes find additional glitched objects that will let you go to an even deeper layer, but he emphasizes that we should really not go more than 3 glitches deep, which of course in FNaF terms means we need to do that as soon as possible. And if you've been loving watching furry little critters fight each other in FNaF World, then today's sponsor is perfect for you. Clash of Critters is the most adorable free-to-play mobile game where you collect little creatures called Tatari. The art in this game is just too cute. Today, I'm gonna share with you my top 5 tips for getting started in Clash of Critters. First off, unlocking auto battle changes the game. For each battle, you have to carefully place your Tatari based on elemental type matchups, if they're a close combat unit or an archer. My pro tip is to invest in your DPS units early. Auto battle lets you blast through the low level enemies and focus on bosses, and my other favorite part of the game, which brings me to tip 2. Don't ignore the battle dojo. As you fight your way facing off against each master, you'll get so many Tatari, which is the key to leveling up your units. In Clash of Critters, you'll level up by playing pinball, but get enough screws and you'll get a chance to play the ball drop minigame. Now, this was just my absolute favorite part of Clash of Critters. You get to keep every critter you land enough balls on, and if you get the timing right, you can get so many cool new critters. Now, Clash of Critters is so much more than just a tower defense game. You'll get to decorate your camp, there's a trading card collection, and there are multiplayer events where you can team up with your friends. And these things aren't just cute little side quests. Make your camp nice enough, and other players will be encouraged to visit your camp, which gets you some nice power-up materials. And my final tip is download Clash of Critters today using my link below. Because if you enter the codes HELLOTATARI and Goonbug before September 21st, you can get tons of free rewards, like free pinballs to level up your Tatari, candies, blue Tatari capsules, a lunchbox, and of course the ever adorable Goonbug. I mean, just look at this guy. Don't you want him on your team? The game is perfect if you're looking for a fun game to play on your phone, because it doesn't require long play sessions, there's no competitive pressure, and no GPS tracking. Just play however you want, whenever you want. So make sure you download Clash of Critters today using my link down below to get started on your journey, and thanks to Clash of Critters for sponsoring today's video. Now back to the bear. But our next glitched object is being guarded by this turret snowman named Bouncer, and the fight starts off going pretty well. Birthday with Chica, pizza wheel with Freddy, bash jam with Bonnie, have Foxy set hot cheese, and then hook. Then when your health gets low, cupcake with Toy Chica, and if you're really desperate, you can even happy jam with Bonnie, a slightly weaker but still effective full party heal. Though this unfortunately starts flying off the rails at the end of the battle. Birthday. Jump scare. Freddy's dead. We're screwed. We're screwed. We've never been more screwed. Oh, we got it. It was the bees. The bees locked it up. Thank God for those bees. They're doing more damage probably than anybody else. Look, a abandoned Ferris wheel. Bite of 80 Ferris. Before we head into this glitch, though, there's a cave entrance here that grants us access to the mysterious mine. And right outside it is this, like, dancing shadow Freddy. And even after fully completing the game, I still have no clue what this is supposed to be, or I mean, like, why is it even here? I even tried looking online, and there's not a single answer. Though we do have to give a special shout out to this guy's comment that said this was unironically one of the most unnerving things I think of in FNaF. And like, buddy, it's an ice area with a dancing shadow. You gotta get a grip. Inside the cave, we got a Pokemon Flash situation going on here. Well, at least I can look at the map and oh my god, what is this? It's hideous. Why is it so large? Why isn't there a legend? How could someone ever actually use this? Couldn't it at least have a zoom in feature for the area that you're already on? Brother, what the hell is going on? I think I'm either too stupid or not stupid enough for this. Inside the mysterious mine, though, we get our first encounter, the gold mine. And I quickly realized that these guys are no joke. Uh-oh, we're gonna die, we're gonna die, we're gonna die, we're gonna die. Cupcake, let's get off a pizza wheel, brother. Oh my god. Okay, switch. I don't know what you guys do. Cupcake. Holy crap, these guys are owning me. All right, I'm clearly not ready for this area yet. Yeah, okay, I was not ready for that. All right, let's not go that way then. I feel much more at home with the chop and rolls. My unfortunate death here means that I'm forced to fight Bouncer again, and with the experience I gained from beating him, I'm confident that now I should be able to take on the threats of the mysterious mine. And upon my re-entry, the gold mines have returned to test that theory. As I'm sure you guys realized by my evident game over, these guys have got serious hands. They just output an insane amount of damage. As such, I switched Bonnie to be healing every single turn instead of just bash jamming. But even with this, they managed to take down Foxy. Sent straight to the grave. This enrages Freddy. He can't bear to see his good friend become a tombstone, which I'm positive it will never actually happen in real life. He puts all his might into throwing a pizza wheel at those blasted rocks. And you know what? It actually kills one. Foxy has been avenged. But our battle ain't over yet. There's still one gold mine remaining. But our A-team, they sustained too much damage and forced to switch out to the toys who, you know, suck. But filled with the spirit of Foxy, our toys give their all and slowly whittle away this golden rotten lump. But they end up losing their Foxy too. Now it's personal. Toy Freddy throws one last microphone and finally, it's done. No XP! Nothing? Why the frick did I do that then? Yes, that was a huge waste of time. For all future encounters with these frauds, I make sure to just run away, which you can do by holding down the R button. I go towards this red chest here, but I guess there's no way to actually collect this from down here as it sits on top of the wall. So we'll need to come back here later. But a chest I can actually get is this gold one I find. Well, at least until I soar. Okay, that seems bad. Thankfully, though, this freak goes down pretty easily, giving me 1,500 experience points and heaps of level ups. And this was well worth the detour, as inside that golden box is perhaps one of the best chips in the entire game, auto gift boxes. This allows you to start with a gift box on each character that brings them back to life upon dying. Having an extra life is obviously incredibly useful, and even holds a ton of utility all the way into the end game. Oh, I get it. Give gifts, give life. That's hilarious. Now, despite how incomprehensible it is, on the map, you can see where all the chests are that you need to hit. So I head straight to the next golden one, give iStore another proper mollywop, and pick up another super useful chip, Ever Comet Strong, which, as I'm sure you can guess, just drops upgraded, stronger comets periodically. That's all we can do in the cave for now, so I exit on out and back into the world, where I definitely didn't forget the objective and aimlessly walk around for 5 minutes. Right, we're supposed to be looking for some sort of glitched object hidden somewhere atop dusting fields. Well, after surveying the area, I don't see a dang thing, so I just start walking to every single object that I can, hoping that it's the right one. I still got nothing, so I walk all the way back to the previous glitched object to see if there's some sort of like hidden passageway I missed or just anything. While that search turns up empty, I do accidentally stumble into another party member in Phantom Balloon Boy. Not sure why every single party member we've encountered thus far has been a Balloon Boy variant, but hopefully this is the last we ever see of him. And as much as I'd love to pass him by and never have to acknowledge this stain on the legacy of FNaF, I do decide to add Balloon Boy to the B team in place of Toy Freddy. Phantom Balloon Boy is a pretty big step up compared to the other members we've been using, and he's got one of RPG's most important skills, debuffs. He's able to lower the enemy's defense and attack, so we'll definitely want to train him up. While I'm here, I also find an alternate entrance to the mysterious mine that gives me access to a whole separate section of the map. I get another eyesore fight, and I'm trying out having regular Chica on the main squad team as well. This way she can heal us, while Toy Chica focuses on using Birthday. Oftentimes, the enemy's turns just churn so fast that you don't really have time to put off a heal to the next turn, so it's faster to take the battle slow and, you know, not die. Behind him, I find the chip for Endless Speed, which is an upgrade to those Head Start chips we found earlier, as this one gives you a permanent speed buff while in battle. To this day, I have no idea how speed works in this game. I assume it lets you attack more often, but there's a very real chance that that's just not true. I head back to this lull bit in the first area and pick up all his medical bites. These periodically heal you throughout the fight, which definitely makes them more useful than the lowest power bead. Still aimlessly walking around on where to go, we find another character in Phantom Freddy, who's even better than Phantom Balloon Boy. He doesn't have any damaging attacks, but all 3 of his attacks target the party and lower a different stat, letting him completely debuff an enemy by himself. This makes Phantom Freddy an incredibly useful support member to your team for a long time to come. Also, saying this sentence out loud dealt psychic damage to myself. But Phantom Freddy isn't alone, as our next party member, Withered Bonnie, is also on the insanely useful side. I-beam. Oh, they have Pizza Wheel! Oh, get in here, Withered Bonnie. And thus, Withered Bonnie becomes another permanent addition to my team. I still have no idea where the path to the next area is, so I continue aimlessly walking around until... There's gotta be Oh, there was a glitch item. Okay, I didn't see that. It didn't look super glitched to me, but sure. Here, like Fredbear said, we need to head deeper into the glitch world by finding a glitch in this layer, being this tree here. This lets us head down to the second layer, where things are even more distorted. We use this layer to get a new section of the blue layer, and thusly make it to the next area, Choppy's Woods. Wait, what? Isn't that where we started? And while yes, this is true, this pushes us to a new section where Fredbear once again waits for us. He says literally the exact same thing he has every other time. Okay, what the heck is happening here? I've spoken to Fredbear like 6 or 7 times by now, and every single time he said almost word for word the exact same thing. Keep going, make sure to use glitches to progress, and be careful. Why even have him? Does he add anything to this experience? What's the point? Why are his top hat and bow tie purple? Why would William Afton make the exact same character, exact make, and everything, just have black clothes and call him Golden Freddy, implying he's a variation of Freddy, when really Freddy's a variation of Fredbear? This franchise is the nonsensical ramblings of a psychopath. Whoops, almost lost my cool there. I think all my Ultimate Custom Night practice has slightly warped how I view this franchise. But that's not important right now. What is important is what's about to happen on this lake. Oh, I'm actually gonna go in the water? Oh my god, Freddy in a boat. It's so cute. It's so cute. Oh my god, I love it. Freddy in a boat, Freddy in a boat. Yeah. Who's that? Is that like Withered Pigpen? Pig Patch or something like that? What was his name? I don't remember. That was like months ago. I don't remember who the Pig Patch, I think his name is actually. Oh look, there's a thing there. Looks like a teleport pad or something. This teleports me to an area called Pinwheel Circus. Now I know I just said I was done complaining, but this is one of the dumbest decisions they've made in the entire game. You see, spoiler alert, this is basically the final area of the game, so you have no way of getting in here yet. And in a normal RPG, one might see the blocked off fence and button as a way of telling the player, hey, you can't go here yet. But in FNaF World, you know, where you're told to just walk into random objects to hopefully teleport into glitch layers, I think I must just be doing something wrong. So I go around walking to every single wall and object here, hoping it teleports me behind that gate. But none work. You can't be teasing future areas in the Hidden Secrets game, Scott Cawthon. Why do you torture me so? Back on Lilygear Lake, I find our next glitched object, but instead... What the hell? The enemies in this area are definitely a step up in difficulty from the last, each encounter taking me minutes at a time to complete. But now I got a strategy that efficiently uses both teams. I'll start out with the B squad and debuff everybody with the phantom balls. Now that the enemy is weakened, I can switch back to the A team, dish out huge damage until the debuffs wear off, and then the cycle repeats. In addition to his pizza wheel attack, Withered Bonnie also has another really useful skill called Unscrew 2. This is actually so stupidly broken, I cannot believe they gave it to us so early on. Unscrew 2 has a 50% chance to just instantly kill an enemy. 50! Now for bosses, this is lowered all the way down to 3%, but for normal encounters, this is just absolutely busted. And a lot of the time, it's just worth clicking and rolling the dice to see if you kill. This is a common theme amongst a lot of FNaF World's best skills. They're just random chance moves with absurdly high upsides. This is because Five Nights at Freddy's is a franchise for children, and children love gambling. It's here that I must finally address the elephant in the room, the random encounters. For whatever reason, the encounter rate is just stupid high in this game. Seriously, I could only get a few seconds without running into an enemy. And in a game where you're meant to pace back and forth a lot trying to find secrets and hidden passageways, it's very annoying to be interrupted every 5 goddamn seconds. This is far and away my biggest complaint with this game. And you're probably thinking, well, why not just run away? And don't even start with that. I'm convinced the run button doesn't even work in this game, as you could hold it for legit minutes and still be stuck in a battle. All the while, the enemy's just wailing on you. So running is not even an option. I mean, I don't want to just sit here and complain, but dog, you'll literally push up against 2 objects and run into a fight. And when you're checking every tile in the game, it gets old. But not only do random encounters hide one of the biggest annoyances in this game, in this area specifically, they also hide this area's boss. Seagoon! Odysseus in the Odyssey be like... Seagoon! I can't believe that's actually his name, oh my god. Seagoon thankfully goes down with almost no issue at all. After 50 more random encounters, I find who will end up being our next longtime party member, Withered Foxy. He's not all too special, but he does have Rainy Day, a party-wide defense debuff, as well as Hot Cheese 2, which is like Hot Cheese, but 2. Also, side note, why on this screen does it go FNaF 1 animatronics, Toy animatronics, Phantoms, then the Withereds? And also whoever this guy is supposed to be. Like, if this was in FNaF order, shouldn't it be the Withereds who are from FNaF 2 before the Phantoms? Finally, I find what I probably should have 20 minutes ago, this giant island right above the start point. This brings us to another unreachable area of Choppy's Woods, but more important than that, another mysterious mines entrance. Oh yeah, baby. So we back in the mine. Creeper. In here are more of the same enemies, along with 3 new pickups. A chip for endless strength, a chip for endless defense, and a lolbit who's selling shield bites. The only one I can afford is the one that blocks each hit you take for 20 damage, which you know is not nothing at this point in the game. Back outside, I search around even more aimlessly until I finally find the glitch here. And I'm not even gonna blame myself, I can still barely see that. Once again, here we go down a layer into a sub-layer, which pops us up into our next area, Black Tomb Yard. And we immediately encounter one of the most memorable enemies from the FNaF franchise, Bear Trap. What? You don't remember Bear Trap? Well, he's been there through all of FNaF's most iconic moments. Don't believe me? Look at this photo of the scooping room. You know, the room where they used to scoop. What's that on the end of the scooper? It's a bear trap! Wrap it up here, guys. Game Theory thumbnail, send it to the presses. Actually, what's really surprising here is that Bear Trap isn't actually the name of a ship between Springtrap and Glamrock Freddy. Nope, ship doesn't even exist. It's just videos of them fighting with swords. This might be the best community ever. Since this is a new area, I guess it's time for us to talk to Fredbear again. This is a horribly spooky place. I think I'll stay just right here. I don't know why this is the funniest dialogue in the world to me. I think I'll just stay right here. It just absolutely cracks me up. Why did he say that? Anyway, Fredbear once again has no new info other than letting us know that this graveyard is for unwanted animatronics, so I'm looking forward to the inevitable Biddy-Bab encounter. For whatever reason, the enemies in this area just give absolutely 0 experience points. But that's no real issue, as we've still got our dream combo of the Phantoms plus the heavy hitters going. In the back corner here, we get a really valuable chip, Block Jump Scare. Jump Scare is one of the most annoying status conditions you can deal with in the game, and enemies and even bosses all the way up to the very end of the game use it, making this one of the only green chips that I'll use throughout the entire playthrough. There's another lolbit here, but you've only got bites that detonate once per battle to do huge damage, which is just the exact opposite of my style. In Black Tomb Yard, we've got another mines entrance, but this time it's not the mysterious mine. This is the deep metal mines. Yes, they do look exactly the same, but you know, this one's got tomb stats. And it's also got a new party member in Golden Freddy. Unfortunately for him though, he's not very good at all, so we'll keep rocking with the same team. Now, the lolbit down here is perhaps one of the most useful items in the game, in the boss drain bites. These consistently drain the health of a boss, with the final 2 both doing massive damage throughout the fight. Even though though we've had a pretty easy time with our battles so far, very quickly things are about to ramp up to a literal insane level of difficulty where I'm plotting out turn-by-turn complex strategies to inch out a win. Yes, the FNaF RPG actually gets really hard soon. So getting these needs to be my #1 priority. Unfortunately for me, they are way out of my price range. So the second I find a way to scrounge up some coins, I'll need to come right back here. We find another new party member in Phantom Marionette, and just why is he moving like that? Why is he, you know what? Can you stop doing that? We also pick up Withered Freddy, who just like isn't withered at all for whatever reason. But now it was time to get the new Guardian of Chips down here, Mad Echo. By now I've swapped my team up, replacing Foxy on the A team with the now leveled up Withered Bonnie. For the B team, using a combination of Phantom Freddy, Phantom BB, and Withered Foxy, we can actually lower all 3 of the boss's stats in a single turn, and then quickly swap back to the A team. I would describe what the boss's moveset is, but like, dog, how the hell am I supposed to focus on what's going on here? The whole screen's constantly flashing, there's music notes everywhere, there's hot cheese falling from the sky, Golden Freddy needs a Narcan! Well, I guess whatever Mad Endo did, it wasn't very good, as I'm easily able to body him straight into the ground. This gives us the Find Characters chip, which increases the random chance that we happen to run into new characters, which is extremely helpful as I'm getting sick of seeing Bonnie and his stupid guitar do like 5 damage. This chip immediately comes in handy as right after this, I run into the GOAT Phantom Mangle. Phantom Mangle has Pizza Wheel too! Holy crap, my prayers have been answered. Even all this time later, Pizza Wheel is still my strongest move, so I can't even imagine what a Pizza Wheel 2 is like. I throw him on the B team to build him up some experience for now. I also managed to snag Phantom Foxy, Withered Chica, Shadow Freddy, the Puppet, and most importantly, Nightmare Freddy. Nightmare Freddy has a move called Freddles, which summons a bunch of his mini Freddys he used back in FNaF 4. This is actually just a significantly stronger version of Pizza Wheel 2, meaning Nightmare Freddy will soon turn into far and away my strongest party member. Now you might be wondering, how in the hell did I recruit all those party members so fast? I mean, surely the Find Characters chip can't be that good, and you'd be right. It's not because of the chip. It's because I wandered around for 45 minutes straight trying to find the next glitched object. This is where the FNaF World charm really started to wear on me. Once again, I was just aimlessly walking around another section of the map, just looking for some object that happened to be flickering. I mean, seriously, the tedium I felt of just going up to an object, walking into it, running into another encounter that then takes a full minute just over and over and over again. What are we even doing here? How is this an RPG? There's no interesting story, no fun puzzles, no fun towns to explore, just an empty barren map with the same butt-ugly leafless bush plastered everywhere. The battle system is pretty fun, but after the 4,000th encounter, it just gets so freaking old. I mean, 99% of why I even play RPGs is for the story. So for the plot of this game to just be Fredbear dropping in a bunch of random locations saying, go deeper, that's absurd! Why is there no option to turn off the random encounters? Why isn't this game scary? Isn't it goddamn Five Nights at Freddy's? What the hell is Markiplier gonna scream out in this game besides the agonizing singular battle theme? But no, I wish we could all just laugh this off as another example of Shawnee just being a bit slow to the punch on basic game mechanics. As the blinking tree was right here the whole time and I just missed it. But no, despite the entire rest of the game progressing by finding a blinking object on the overworld, that's not what you have to do here is go into the caves, which, you know, up until now were entirely optional. But not here. Here, heading down into a cave is required. Which, sure, okay, that's the case here. But the solution is just one of the most moronic, senseless ways to progress a game I've ever experienced. Now, I want you to keep in mind that what I'm about to say is not to access some hidden secret. It's not to grab a cool collectible. This is the only way to progress the game. Down in the cave, you know, where you can barely see, there are some tombstones. And this tombstone right here is the glitch for this section. Even with the full knowledge that this is the glitch, I'm sorry, that looks exactly the same as every other freaking tombstone in the game. At least the other ones were kind of blinking. How would you ever see this? Is this a joke, Scott? Now that I feel like I'm losing my fucking mind. After heading a few sublayers deep into the glitch realm, I can pop out where I finally made it to Pinwheel Circus. But the Lord must have heard my complaints and decided to send a sign, as like the Messiah himself, Nightmare Bonnie appears to me. He is another incredibly strong party member, having access to Pizza Wheel 2 and Rainy Day 2, which not only lowers the defense of all enemies in the area, but also does some additional damage to them as well. And not just Nightmare Bonnie, but I've also managed to pick up Endo 2, another vitally important party member. He's got a move called Endo Army that summons 3 little endoskeletons that will periodically shoot all enemies for a certain period of time. These lasers do varying amounts of damage, but can do upwards of 1,000 per hit. Not only that, but the endos stay up for a really long time. Endo Army is easily in the top 3 moves per game, of course not including the Halloween update, and the craziest part is that's not even his most useful move. For Endo 2's true purpose, we're gonna have to wait a bit, as soon we'll see having him is going to be crucial to our success. Fredbear's back, and this time he actually has some useful information for us, in that we need to be looking around for the entrance to a funhouse that's hidden inside a circus tent, and that'll have a ton of false walls for us to look out for. But to gain access to that exclusive upper area, first we have a boss fight. Who's this? Brow Boy! Okay, you say so. But oh, foolish Brow Boy, my time spent in the graveyard had hardened me, molded me. I had perfected my strategy at this point. The heavy hitters out front, the debuffing clerics in the back, their synergy was perfect as Brow Boy slowly unravels into the pathetic little sack I always knew he was. Oh, and oh damn, he killed Withered Bonnie. But luckily for us, it was too late, and the sheer power of the Endo Army was too strong now, as we lock up a victory. I go around walking into every tent I see, looking for the funhouse, and along the way find the auto regen chip, which gives me a pretty consistent source of healing throughout the fight, which is honestly pretty good. We run into another new challenger here in Nightmare Foxy, and he's also really good. Bite 2 hits all enemies and does decent damage, and Hot Cheese 2 is good for consistent setup damage, but the real crown jewel is of course Unscrew 2. After checking all the tents, I finally find our funhouse entrance here up by the top, and what the heck? What the heck? You know, because it's the funhouse. So everything here looks like one of those House of Mirrors, which is, you know, honestly pretty cool. Angle! Holy crap! What? Everybody's dead! What the? Oh, everybody's dying! Unscrew! Nope. Oh, that's not good. Okay, well, we need to unscrew. Neon wall. Rainy day. Unscrew. Nope. Oh, that's not good. Rainy day. Endo Army. Unscrew. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, kick my butt. New challenger. Crying Child? He one-shot me! What the hell? What the hell did he do? He one-shot me. There's no way the Crying Child is good, right? And oh, how wrong I was about that, as Crying Child actually has access to the best move in the entire game, gift boxes, which I'll get into in a little bit. For now, it was time to start wandering around the funhouse. What the hell? Oh my God, where am I going? Oh, I'm never gonna find my way home. Tangle is free. Tangle is one of the most common enemies in this area, and as we saw earlier, is stupid dangerous. And that's because of their access to a new move, Escape Key. Escape Key is basically just a party-wide unscrew, albeit with a slightly lower chance of success and just 16% per party member. But being able to take out your entire party in a singular hit makes this one of the deadliest moves in the game. So I try to avoid any encounter with these freaks that I can. And that's not all we got here, as there's also Red Bear and White Rabbit. And these guys are the true terror of the funhouse. I gotta get out of here. Run! Come on, Bonnie. There's still hope for us. Get out of here. Please, Bonnie. Bonnie, we have to get out of here. You're running out of time. Please, Bonnie. Please, I'm begging you. Bonnie. Run, Bonnie. Oh, we're cooked, Bonnie. Bonnie, you failed me. Bonnie! You suck, dog. And this death does send us back to the beginning of Pinwheel Circus, meaning we gotta go through the Brow Boy fight again, only for me to immediately die to another White Rabbit, and having to repeat the entire process over again. Oh, a new challenger, nice. It's Plush Trap, my boy. That's my freaking guy right there, man. Unfortunately for Plush Trap, though, he is absolutely terrible. In my next fight, disaster strikes when instead of clicking Pizza Wheel 2, I accidentally click Mystery Box, which randomly reloads all of the characters in your party for the rest of the fight. Oh, shoot. Run. I got this. I got 3 Chicas. We gotta get out of here. Please, for the love of God, get out of here. Oh, a new challenger, though. Who's it? Oh, what the? Oh, it's that guy. RBF-SPCT or whatever. Oh, he's kicking my butt. Okay, we gotta get the unscrewing here. Unscrew. We gotta unscrew this. Unscrew. Come on. Die. It's just that simple. With my new party in tow, I decide to look up on the wiki what it is that all his attacks do. Mimic Ball summons a temporary mimic that duplicates any attacks done. What the hell? And it also puts a gift box at the feet of each party member when they die. It automatically brings them back to life with full health. The frick? That seems amazing. If you couldn't tell by my reaction, RXQ is really good. Like, really good. Like, excluding the Halloween characters, he's probably the second best character in the entire game. First, like I said, is Mimic Ball. And this does exactly what it says on the box. It just mimics every single one of your moves for the entire party. Fire off a strong attack, Mimic Ball fires off another one. And it's not like it uses its own cruddy stats or anything like that. It also mimics the power which would be coming out of the character that used it. Want to do a full party heal? Well, Mimic Ball essentially doubles the power of that heal. And this works even better with his other skill, gift boxes. So what does this elusive gift box move even do? Well, as I'm sure you've guessed by now, but they work exactly like the other ones I've been summoning with this chip. It's an infinite party-wide gift box refresh, meaning not only can you secure an extra safety net if a character has already used up their gift box, but you can actually bring a character back from the dead. This is obviously the best skill in the entire game. It means you never have to worry about healing, how much damage the opponent is doing, nothing. And with Mimic Ball up, you can go from a character being completely dead to being revived and having a gift box. Gift boxes is so centralizing that pretty much every fight just becomes about preserving your gift boxer. Crying Child also has access to it, but the rest of her moves... Okay, I'm not even gonna joke about that. I know Crying Child is a boy. I mean, we all know what happened the last time I tried to purposefully rage bait you guys. Despite everything, it's still you. You guys know that? Amazing digital circus quote. Shawnee, that's not from TADC. It's from Undertale. An amazing digital circus quote. My guy, that's Undertale. That's Undertale! That's an Undertale quote to a knowledgeable sapient! What the hell? Undertale. Crying Child also has access to gift boxes, but the rest of his moveset is pretty useless, so I usually just keep him on the back line in case of emergencies. But that's okay, as we soon would encounter not just the best gift box user, but the actual best character in the entire game, not including the Halloween characters. And no, it's not the freaking Paper Pals. Get out of here! Funtime Foxy. Not only does Funtime Foxy get gift boxes, she also gets a move called Cosmic Song. Cosmic Song. Oh my god! What the hell? What the? That's so much damage! Oh my lord, that was so much damage. And that wasn't even with the defense drop. Oh my god, Funtime Foxy might be the GOAT. With all our battle members now secured, it's time to focus on the true fight here, exploring this map. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, this is where I started to lose it, which is surprising because I thought that happened back in Black Tomb Yard. The entirety of the funhouse is just a few screens that once again, I'm walking back and forth between, desperately looking for some stupid hidden object hidden somewhere in the wall. Where am I going? And oh god, the encounter rate just really wore me down here, man. How many more fights can I do? The encounter rate is so high, man. And then the run, you're here for like 5 minutes, dog. Please! Please! Where am I going? I don't see anything that's like flickering at all. They said check for fake walls. I'm running into every single piece of stone that I freaking see. I don't even remember how I got here, if I'm being honest. They should just lower the encounter rate, dog. I'm just walking into random freaking stones on the wall. Like, are you joking, dude? What is this crap? I am walking into every single thing I see. Gone into every single tent. Like, brother, what could this be? And then I go in here. Why does it take me back? Is this like really obvious and I'm just not understanding? Or is this game, is there a reason that this game sucks, dog? Okay. Where the flying flip am I supposed to go? I guess I have to go back to the green one? Dude, what is going on? Why does it keep showing me the white rabbit? Is it like a sign? Follow the white rabbit. Isn't that like a Matrix quote? Oh my god, bro, please. Please let this end. It's like every 5 seconds there's an encounter. And there's no way to make any progress. Okay. That's the flickering thing. Okay. I see it. I just have to get up there. Okay, how do I get up there though? Okay. But at least we found it, so at least we know what we have to do. I'm in hell. Wait. Look. Oh, this is all going over my head. Never mind. Well, that's for sure. It's all definitely going over my head. I do not know how to get over there. And I want to. And I desperately want to. And I don't want to be part of that. Oh my god. I can't believe I got out of that. Thank god. Please. I can't do any more fights. Please. Please, man. Please. I'm begging you. I can't do any more FNaF World fights. I'm holding down R for like 10 minutes straight. Okay. We have to get gift boxes up. I can't. You can't run away. There's no chance of running away. Don't even bother. There's gotta be a way to get to that tombstone. It's lighting up. There must be a freaking way. Not these guys. Oh my god, finally. That was just such random crap. Oh my god, that was so stupid. Like, there were so many walls like that. There was nothing different about that wall. That was so dumb. Oh my god. Unfortunately for me, though, this secret gravestone no clip brings me to an area with a single tent that sends me right back to the beginning with no way of returning. Are you freaking kidding me? Okay, so clearly there's something I gotta walk through. Yep, there we go. Okay, I don't know who this guy is, but who's Bubba? Am I supposed to know who the frick Bubba is? Am I supposed to be familiar with Bubba? Hello, Bubba? Okay, I know you guys are all gonna call me crazy, but hear me out for 2 seconds. In Secret of the Mimic, you go into Murray's Manor, and you see a prototype for an early Freddy Fazbear design. And you know, doesn't this kind of look like Bubba Boss? Like, do you see the similarities? Am I crazy? And if you still don't believe me, want to know what this guy's name is? Well, I wanted this to be some big reveal, but I just realized it's on his name tag. But it's Bub and Bubba. Tell me, I think I'm cooking here. Now, things in this fight are actually going really, really well, as I've gotten Bub down to just half health. But he manages to kill Funtime Foxy, who's of course not only my biggest damage dealer, but also my reviver. So I swapped to the back line to try and have RXQ set up some gift boxes, but he then dies himself, meaning I now have no way of bringing anyone back to life. And since I'm missing Funtime Foxy, my damage output is way less, and I'm whittling poor Bubba like 10 times slower. We need the endos. Come on. Endo army. God bless. Toxic bite. Oh, I clicked Freddles. Oh, that's not great. Okay, we can do this. We're so close. Come on, Foxy. Foxy, bite. Bite. You need to bite. You need to bite. You need to bite. Oh, God. It's just you, Bonnie. Bonnie, it's just you and me in this world. Come on. You got this. You got this. You just have to bite. And we died. Okay. We were so close to being able to lock down that fight. We just needed the slightest extra boost, which is why I head back through the mysterious mine and go to Lolbit's iBot store and pick myself up Boss Drain 2. Unfortunately, I don't have enough tokens for Boss Drain X yet. Boss Drain 2 still does a great job. And without the unfortunate deaths of RXQ and Foxy, I'm able to plow through Bubba. Then, after walking through another invisible wall, we get another scene with Fredbear. Here he tells us the next glitch will lead us to a fight with a giant pig that we saw in the water earlier. He'll be guarding a key that'll allow us to unlock all those key blocks we've been seeing and open the locks to the final guardian. Wait, what did you say, Fredbear? Next no, don't make me go back. I can't go through these asinine glitch worlds anymore. Minutes upon minutes of just aimless walking around. For the love of God, make it stop, bro. I'm clicking on every single tile. I don't know what the secret is. I don't understand this game. This is a stupid game. It's actually stupid, and I don't even have a better insult than that. It's just stupid. You just like go up to every single tree. It's not even like do this to get a freaking secret ending. It's like this is just a game. Just click on a bunch of random crap. This is the dumbest game. Every single 12-year-old in my goddamn comment section was saying this is the peak of all peaks. There's like, this is the best RPG ever made. What is wrong with me? I'm listening to the musings of idiots. This is like the worst thing ever. My God, this is awful. I get it. You watch a MatPat video where he played it for 3 hours and 45 minutes. I'm sure it was great. This is torture for me. I'm going in circles as a pixelated Freddy Fazbear. Just kill me. It'll be better that way. At least I'll have died knowing that I'll never see the end of this stupid freaking game, man. Oh my Lord. We're back here again. Oh my freaking God! That's the only thing that's glowing. It's seriously the only thing that's glowing. What are you doing to me? Please. I don't even know how to get out of this situation. Bite of 87. Bite of 87. Type it into your keyboard 400 times. People actually said this was the best game in all of FNaF. It's not even that hard of a standard to achieve. This is awful. I can't believe this. I'm actually so surprised. There's no story. Fredbear just goes, oh, go over here, lick your butt. Go over here. Lick your butt. Oh, go over here. Now lick your armpit. And then it's the end. What even's going on? It can't be. I think I've gone up to every single tile. I can't think of one that I haven't gone up to yet. Like, you must be kidding. There it is. Oh my God. So stupid. Is this supposed to be scary? It is scary. I'm seeing the depths of Scott Cawthon's mind and I don't like it. I'm back here. Are you joking? Oh my God. I went the wrong way. Oh, wait, no, this is a different area. And with that, we had finally escaped that glitchy hell and can move on to the pork patch fight. Now, all we gotta do is kill him. What? How did you die? Oh, crap. Kill him. Kill attack. Use your kill attack. Okay, that's fine. Birthday. Use your bite. Nightmare Foxy. Okay, it's all up to you, Fredbear. Okay, it's all up to you, Toy Chica. Damn it! I have to go through that whole section again! No, please, just put me here. Just put me in my thing. Please don't make me do that all again. Please, 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 please. I have to go all the way back. Oh my God. I don't even remember how I got there. People are talking in my comments like this was like the second coming of Christ. Like this was like the flipping Mona Lisa, man. I make it through Bubba again and then back to Pork Patch. The most important thing is to always make sure you have Mimic Ball active, as that way you're just one gift box away from any sort of disaster you might have gone up against. With that, we're able to take out Pork Patch and grab that ever elusive key. Now we can go back and do all the things that the key does, whatever that is, but I know it does something. Get out, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out. Behind each of these key blocks is a little switch that we can flip. The first one goes over without a hitch, but then when I head back back to the dusting fields, the switch is being guarded by a familiar face. Okay, this guy's gonna be a joke. Isn't he like an early game enemy? And no, despite their identical appearances, that was Bouncer. This is Snowcone, and he's actually significantly harder than his younger identical twin. But luckily for us, we've got a pretty solid system down by this point. My main team is Funtime Foxy, Nightmare Freddy, Nightmare Bonnie, and Nightmare Fredbear. Fredbear is one that I skipped over talking about before, but I recruited him back in the funhouse, and he's very strong. First, he's got Freddles just like Nightmare Freddy, but even better than that is Megabyte, which is basically better as it does massive damage to all enemies. His final attack is also really good for boss fights in Toxic Bite 2, as you can actually use it one time and it does consistent damage over time. And the poison damage is actually pretty significant. Nightmare Fredbear is nothing all too flashy or glamorous, but he's just a consistently really strong way to fill out the party. After finishing up the fight, we can head back over to Lily Gear Lake, where we've got a boss fight with Super Goon! No! Oh my god, Super Goon has hands! Super Goon is after us! Oh, crap. We need gift boxes. We need gift boxes, and we need them now. We need the gift boxes. Oh, I should have done the other one. Oh, God. No. Oh, it's over. It's over. We've lost. Oh, my God. Super Goon. What happened to you? What the hell, Super Goon? Yeah, I was not prepared for just the raw damage output that Super Goon has. Every single attack he uses is just a one-hit insta-kill to one of my party members. I go to have a rematch, but even then just get absolutely decimated. To stop being one hit, I have Undo2 throw up a neon wall. That way, each of my party members can actually take a hit first. This makes the fight go much better and able to beat the nasty Super Goon. Then last up, down in the deep metal mine, we've got the Overclock. He's pretty dang tough, but with my new wall strategy, we're able to take him out. With that, we had pushed all the buttons and could head back to those locked gates inside the Pinwheel Circus. This is it. This is the path to the game security system. If you found all the buttons, then your path should be clear. Security system has powerful defenses. Make sure you have someone with a shield ability. Won't survive. Okay, I do. Thank God I have Endo too. Yes, in case you missed that, Fredbear just told us that having neon wall up is actually a requirement for this fight, which is really nice that we've already got Endo 2 already trained up. This is security. Okay, I need my shield up. I need my shield up. Shield. Come on. Shield. Where's the shield? Shield! Yep. Okay. Neon wall. Oh, thank goodness. Megabyte. I should have Toxic Bit. Oh my god. No damage. What the hell? So as I'm sure you've been noticing thus far, my main strategy has been having two teams. The A team will be like my main team, my damage dealers, and the B team being all support players. Hence why Endo 2 and RXQ, who set up things like Mimic Ball, Neon Wall, Gift Boxes, Endo Army, etc. They're all on the B team. Those all last for a really long time, so there's not a real need to waste time going to them every single turn cycle. However, the flaw with this is that the second these things fade away, you need to immediately switch to the B team and get them online. And with the time mechanics of the turn-based combat, it can sometimes take what feels like years to get back to whatever party member's move you need to use. Neon Wall in particular is obviously crucial, as that orb attack security uses, it's like 5 times, and each one is an instant knockout unless you have the wall up, where it's completely negated. This makes every single turn super tense. Now we're cooking. Go, Megabyte! We need those gift boxes. If only somebody could re-up the gift boxes. Gift boxes! Uh-oh. The neon wall! Endo! Bite! Oh crap, it's over. 9! Oh no, we can't lose him. Okay, we could come back from this now that we have that. Oh my god, if we lost him too, that would have been really bad. Holy crap. Gift boxes. Alright, res these guys. Okay, we can come back from this now. Okay, we need Mimic Ball. We need Neon Wall first. We need Mimic Ball. We need Swap. We need gift boxes. We need the wall. We need the wall! No! Oh, it's over. Oh, I didn't get the gift boxes. Wait, no, if we can get the gift boxes, it's back on. Okay. Yeah, we lost. Okay. We could have come back, but I'm an idiot. I immediately try running it back again. The same thing happens where my teams just get disjointed and I end up dying. So for my next attempt, I decide to swap up my composition a bit. I combine my damage and support teams to just make one main team. So off the support team, I of course take RXQ and Endo 2, and off the damage squad, I take Funtime Foxy and Nightmare Fredbear. Not only is Foxy the strongest attacker I have, but having access to 2 gift boxers on the same team is actually really nice for ensuring that your entire plan isn't undone by one stray knockout. And then I take Fredbear too, as his damage output is just really nice. The other major change I make here is not using Mimic Ball anymore, which I'm sure is really shocking to hear. I mean, at first when you hear about Mimic Ball, it sounds absurdly broken. Double attacking for no extra opportunity cost is too good to pass up, right? But there is one downside of Mimic Ball that I slowly start to realize. Now, I'm not sure of the exact timings on how Mimic Ball works, but it doesn't just seamlessly slot into your team. It actually eats into your time to perform your attack. Now, it doesn't have as much wait time as like an extra party member or anything like that, but having Mimic Ball on your team does overall slow down your turn order shorter compared to just not having it summoned. This makes Mimic Ball less of a yes, you always need to use it, and more of just a situational item, like in the case of this fight. Now that I have my support members here as well, pretty much every turn they're just re-upping their support moves. RXQ is always clicking gift boxes, and Endo 2 is always clicking Neon Wall. In both of those cases, having their attacks mimic doesn't do anything at all, it only slows down your progress. If we were to have Mimic Balls, sometimes our Neon Wall would fade away before Endo 2 had a chance to re-up it. This defenselessness period is enough to throw off your whole flow and quickly spiral out of control. What you might not have noticed in my outline though is that no matter what, 2 of our party members are never attacking. This means it's all up to Foxy and Fredbear, and as such, this makes the fight take way longer. Because of the constant refreshing of shield and gift boxes though, it's incredibly safe. And after 7 painful minutes of whittling him down, come on, yes! Dude, that strategy was busted. He could never beat us. 10,000? Oh my god. Dude, I had some guys in the back that I really did not care about. With that, we can march on forward into this circus tent where we're transported to this pure black space to finally see what was causing all these glitches and unrest in animatronica. That's some real dedication. Great job. Most people are playing through the content play on normal mode, but not you. Yep, I played through hard mode. There's always an overachiever in the bunch. I guess that's you. Oh, it's Scott Cawthon. So it's your fault then, for my misery. What? Never enough for you people. Don't you get it? I can't do this anymore, I won't. Wow, dude. You really crashed out. What the heck? Oh crap, I have to fight Scott Cawthon? Oh no. Don't worry, I've got the ultimate trap card. Your political donation records. It was fun being the puppet master, but now I grow weary. It's time to put you in your place. Let me show you how this game ends. Oh crap, I actually have to fight him. Oh god, okay. He's gonna do the same thing I did in the last fight. I would have preferred to... Oh god. Okay, we need to gift box. We need to gift box now. Unfortunately for me, Scott goes ahead and immediately kills Funtime Foxy, meaning the fight is basically over. Now, I'm sure you could tell from how this fight ended in literal seconds, I was very underprepared for this. And as such, we were going to need to beef up. So I decided to take the time to go and collect all the missing chips, bites, and other items we're missing, as we need to get them to get the 157% anyway. To get all these, though, we're gonna need money. In fact, to buy all of the remaining items, we're gonna need nearly 20,000 Faz tokens. I currently had 2,000, which, puts me just a bit behind. But after doing some research online, I found the best way to grind Faz tokens was just to repeatedly fight Golden Endo. Golden Endo is a secret optional boss you can find in the funhouse that when defeated will give you 1,000 Faz tokens. Now the problem is of course finding him, as you can't just walk up to him like a normal enemy. Instead, you need to randomly encounter him, and his encounter rate is both rare and unlike any other counter you've ever heard of before. You see, instead of just being a random chance to run into Golden Endo, instead Golden Endo is always running around the map in a set path, just invisible. If you happen to be on the same square as he is, the game rolls a die to see if you fight him, or he just carries on his path. So what we're gonna do is go to a location that if we were on this map, on this path, he would run into us 1 second after the game loads. If we don't encounter Golden Endo, we just restart the game and try again. We keep doing this until we get the chance he is there on second one and can immediately load into the fight. Luckily for me, this fight is stupid easy. The dumb Endo skeleton can only lightly attack you or spray you with hot cheese. So after doing this 18 more times, which takes me a few hours, my pockets have been lined with gold and I could buy whatever I wanted. And first up on that list is heading to Mendo's Endo's upgrades. Here I can buy the upgraded armor, taking my defense from 20 all the way to 100, which is obviously incredibly impactful. Next up, we need to head to Dee Dee's fishing hole. And this time, it's not the tokens we're after though. Instead, we need to fish up the pearl 5 different times. Not like in a row or anything, as long as you do it. Getting the pearl really isn't all that hard, just put your boat on the left and wait. The real annoyance is waiting for her to respawn, as after winning the game, you get a cooldown of a random amount of time before she comes back and you can play again. Once you've done this enough times, you'll earn yourself the pearl bite, which is a bite that doesn't take up a slot and is always equipped, and it periodically heals your party throughout the battle. It's not insane or broken by any means, but since it takes up no slots, there's no reason to not have it. I go around to each of Lolbit's stores and buy everything she has, with the exception of his shop in the graveyard. I'm gonna need a little bit more cash for that one. Now to pick up those outstanding chips. First up is one all the way back in the first area, and that's Run Luck, which greatly increases your chance of being able to run away from a random encounter. In hindsight, collecting this at the beginning of the game probably would have saved me like tons of frustration that I had from the constant battling. But in my defense, it looks like any other random box object that usually gives you 10 Faz tokens. And this chip actually does make a significant difference and makes running away way easier. Now what was left was just the rare red chips, and these are not only the most powerful set of chips in the game, but you have to work to get them. Way more than them just being randomly on the ground like the green and orange ones. And by that I mean no clip into random objects with no discernible way of figuring out what's important and what isn't. Obviously, I looked up a guide for this, but without it, I probably would still be looking for these, because not just like a puzzle I'm too dumb to solve, or hints that I don't understand, or even like glitched items from before where they're signaling to me that they were different, I just didn't realize it. For these red sections, it's truly just random objects that look like every other one you happen to clip through. Or sometimes they teleport you across the map. It's just really unclear. There's a good amount of chips here, but only a few of them are important. First, we've got Auto Shield and Auto Mimic, which both automatically either set up an infinite neon shield or Mimic Ball right at the start of the fight. I know I was dogging Mimic Ball for a bit there, but still in a lot of fights, you actually do want Mimic Ball, and having this is very helpful. Auto Shield is one of, if not the best chip in the entire game. Not only do you need it to block special attacks that both Security and Scott use, but in normal fights, just being able to take half damage is just super helpful. The last really important one is Block Unscrew, which of course does that and also blocks Escape Key, which is really helpful to have equipped when doing random encounters. The last bit of prep I'd need to do would be to snag the game's remaining characters. While I had gotten most of them throughout just playing the game, I was still missing 4. The best way to unlock characters in FNaF World is just to go to the furthest area you can, as higher tiered characters are unlocked behind reaching certain areas, but if you go to a later place, the weaker encounter table is included as well. So you just repeatedly walk into a wall, run from everything that's not a character, and wait. The first 2 characters I snag are pretty unworthy in Springtrap and Fredbear. But after that, we've got Spring Bonnie, who has access to Cosmic Song, which like I said, is just the best attacking move in the game right now. Don't really need any other moves when that one just clears. And last up, we've got good old Nightmare. Nightmare is basically just a better version of Nightmare Fredbear, as their first and last attacks are the same, with Nightmare just replacing Freddles for Rainy Day 2. This lowers all enemies' defense and damages them as well, which is obviously really good for splashing some coverage onto a team, as right now I really have no debuffers. The final 8 team that I settle on is RXQ, Funtime Foxy, Spring Bonnie, and Nightmare. 2 gift boxers and 3 attackers, as I no longer need Endo 2's support since we have the auto shield chip. I take this team through a couple boss fights just to get their experience up, and then boom, back to Scott himself. And this time with our new party member in auto shield and Mimic Ball, Scott is a complete joke. I even had Crying Child prepped on the B team in case we needed emergency gift boxes, but no need at all. By just taking it slow and constantly re-upping our gift boxes, even if only a single one was down, we can set the pace and whittle Scott down until we win. What can I say? It's free for the goat. Wait, I didn't even get any tokens for that. Lame. Alright, I get it. Was this really the ending you wanted, coming all this way just to kill me? Was I really the villain in your mind? I mean, sure, this is definitely one way to bring the story to a halt, but surely there was a more satisfying end. I just do what is demanded of me. I fill your insatiable gullet with more and more, and here you are now to share gratitude. Oh, dang it. Well, congratulations then. I haven't brought this story to an end. You did. So feel good about yourself for ending this story by killing the storyteller. Graham. Well, alright then. Alright, that was FNaF World. Get your FNaF World, have a little FNaF World. And I'm not even gonna lie to you guys and claim that that was the end. While we had completed the main story, there was a whole lot more FNaF World for us to discover. In fact, we weren't even halfway done. There's still a whole other world, 6 secret bosses, 5 other endings, 10 more characters, 5 separate other video games to beat, and a story to somehow piecemeal together. So sit back down, as your time in FNaF World hasn't even begun. I start off my post-game looking around because, I mean, something must be different. I mean, usually when a game has an extensive post-game, there's like some sort of NPC to tell you about it. Or maybe a hint on where to go. Who are you kidding with that? Why are you spilling out such mindless nonsense? You are an utter buffoon. This is Five Nights at Freddy's World we're talking about here. There are no hints, no clues. There's just brute force. So you need to walk over to this building that was completely closed before and has no visual indicators that it changed, of course. It's a vicious cycle, you know. But then, most things in life are. What? The pendulum swings one way, then it swings the other. Now we return to darkness. Huh? Something terrible is coming. Ooh, come back later. Maybe I will tell you more. Alright, I can only exit. I can't move closer. Okay. Well, that was weird. I don't know who that is or what that means. Oh, look, Fredbear's here now. Welcome back. I hope you're ready for even more adventure. What? Look, is it okay if we just cut the crap here? Huh? What do you mean? I mean, what are you even doing here? There's nothing new to see here. Well, it seems like there is. The game bombed. End of story. Did the game actually bomb? I've already put in my application at the Fazburger down the street. The problem is that now he's gone insane. Who's he? William Afton. We don't know what he's making. We can't reach the room where it's being kept. What's he making? What's William Afton making? Whatever it is everyone here on edge. What did William have to make? His Springtrap suit? Well, we already saw Springtrap. We won't even be able to reach the room where it's being kept. Any party you would have would get wiped out. The air is toxic and the Guardian is unbeatable. It's hopeless. So I could probably take him. I could recommend that you exit the game and go find yourself a nice indie horror game. Too bad. The views want me to do this. Go ahead. Get lost. Well, look. If you insist on going further, then you'll need a team stronger than what you have now. You'll need characters that you weren't intended to have. But I like my characters. RXQ just freaking vibing. Can show you a secret passage that leads to the backstage of the Halloween update. This is where the Halloween characters and others were sent to have their code recycled for spin-off games. Oh, since they weren't in the since they're not canonized. Put a stop to those games and save those characters. Then you'll find the last area and uncover its dark secret. Okay, it looks like there's a teleport point here. Ah! It is Halloween-y. I can't access my chips. Why can't I talk to Fredbear? This is where useless characters are banished and their code recycled to make terrible spin-off games. Oh god, don't remind me. I still have to do Ultimate Custom Night. You can infiltrate those games and salvage their code. Hey, banish what you're here. Alright, if you say so, boss. Oh, look, Jacko Chica. Oh my god, Scott Cawthon? Scott Cawthon? Ever since I was defeated as the final boss in FNaF World, I was demoted and sent here. Now my code is being used for some game about a rainbow, but the path to it is hidden. Interesting. Okay, some code. Well, a rainbow. Alright, what does Jacko Chica have to say? After the Halloween update, our code was recycled to make spin-off games. Oh, the indignity. That's it? Okay. Oh my god, oh! Freaking Nightmare Balloon Boy. This portal leads to a spin-off called Foxy Fighters. My code was stripped from me and is being used for it. I can't help you without it. Don't worry, buddy. You get canonized in Help Wanted. Yes, the games are dog, but at least you become canon. What is this? The hell is going on? Oh, did it definitely say Foxy Flyers?
Shooter?
Holy
crap, is that my voice?
What the hell?
Voice acting? No! He's gone too far this time.
What
you
the
need
hell?
to shut this game down.
Was that Chica?
Sorry I'm late to the party. Fashionably late, of course.
What the hell?
Let's kick this party into high gear.
Why is it just the girls? Is there something there? Anyway, was that Kellen Goff?
Fools! How dare you challenge me?
I don't remember you, dude.
Souldozer! I should have known it.
Souldozer?
Not even in the right game.
Souldozer. You can't just be introducing Souldozer in a goddamn FNaF spinoff like I'm supposed to know who he is. So in case you missed any of that, this Souldozer. I'm sorry, why are the names in this game so stupid? Souldozer is from one of Scott Cawthon's old games that he made before FNaF called, and no, this is not a joke, The Pilgrim's Progress, the video game, which is a video game Scott Cawthon released 3 years before Five Nights at Freddy's 1, based on the 1678 Protestant novel of the same name, which is basically a story about a really dope Christian who overcomes adversity through believing in God and all that kind of nonsense. And aside from just the pure shell shock I have from reading that sentence, please tell me how in the hell a giant drill robot that sucks your soul could possibly fit into a novel about believing in God. Anyway, the point of all this is that after the failure of FNaF World, Scott Cawthon released this follow-up update called the Halloween update, which included this whole world that we're in now. This basically serves just to show off all of Scott's previous game failures, and really just show in his words that he has no idea what to do with the FNaF franchise. The world features a bunch of little mini Fox games that hold recruitable party members behind them. And first up, we've got this one in Foxy Fighters. It's a pretty standard side-scrolling shoot-'em-up where you can collect a bunch of different power-ups to help deal with Souldozer's dastardly goons. The best is obviously this purple one though that shoots a spread across the entire screen. Things start off pretty easy, just having to hit these weak parachuting mole critters, but the ante definitely gets upped once we introduce the old chop and rolls, who take just way more hits to take down.
Bingo! Got him!
Didn't you already say that, Toy Chica?
Get tired of my voice, will you?
I already kind of am starting to.
You won't get tired of my voice, will you? You won't get tired of my voice, will you? You won't get tired of my voice, will you? You won't get tired of my voice, will you?
Oh,
you won't
no.
get tired of my voice, will you?
I won't get tired of my voice, will I?
I see, this is when the FNaF game started, like, etching into the, allegedly it's called humor, but I've yet to laugh. No, but seriously, because none of the previous FNaF games were funny at all, but then Sister Location was like funny as heck.
Turn back now and I'll spare your lives.
I'm all good. Don't worry, I got tons of freaking Cuphead experience. Wait, I can't parry that? Uh-oh, I might actually lose. Am I close to winning? Kind of running out of health here. No!
At least I went down in a blaze of glory.
That's why you're not canon, Jacko Chica! All we have to do is focus on dodging, I realized. I don't have to aim any of my shots. My god, this is going on forever! Dog. Why is this taking so freaking long?
Impossible!
Yes!
You haven't seen the last of me.
Apparently this is your last cameo.
Actually, yes, this is the last you'll see of me.
Oh, okay. Alright, bye. I got a C! Do I have to get an S or something? Oh, I have Jacko Chica now. And yes, I was correct in my initial assessment, as in order to unlock the other characters from this game, we'll need to finish with an A rank, the highest you can get. The rating is based on how many kills you get, as well as how much health you have remaining at the end. And really, the amount of kills you get can't really vary. They just spawn as many enemies as they spawn, so really it's up to you just how much damage you take. I'm actually able to make it all the way to the end by only taking 2 hits, but all that changes at the Souldozer fight. He is by far the hardest part of Foxy Fighters, as his attacks just cover like the whole screen and come out insanely fast. And really the only solution to this is just like Genga. I do realize that while the spreader is the best weapon for the rest of the level, in the end game you're best off having this like pink laser thing, as it does a ton more damage. It makes fighting the ads that Souldozer summons in much harder to kill, but it's more than worth it for the output on the main boss. After about an hour of practice, I'm able to secure an A rank and unlock our next party member, Nightmare Balloon Boy. Little did I know how naive I was there. Not realizing that these were my final moments of happiness, as what I was about to walk into was a god godless realm of pure agony and torture. A vacuum of joy that only serves to punish those with even a crumb of self-respect. We were walking into a realm of pure suffering, only known by one name. A game called Chica's Magic Rainbow. The heck, where's Chica's Magic Rainbow? Okay, Chica's Magic
To my
Rainbow.
happy fun rainbow land. Let's start with something simple.
I can't move. Oh, it's arrow keys to move. Oh. This is hell.
I have
Oh.
faith in you.
This is hell. You gotta go like this?
Come on, you
Oh
can
my
do
god, this is terrible. This is awful. Who created such a thing? Oh my god, this
Excuse me, is this your first
sucks!
time playing
Not
a
one of
video
these, like, rage
Really,
bait games.
you
You're
know,
joking,
20 hours,
dog.
Wow, what a moron.
Oh my god, this is awful! This is torture. Okay, come on. Gonna be here. What if we double back? Okay. Doubling back, it's a good... Where are you going? Okay, checkpoint. Sick. What the flip? Are you joking? Okay, just jump over the whole thing.
Newbie booby booby.
Okay, jump over the whole thing. We'll go like right there.
Poser.
Shut up, Rainbow! Now we gotta get back over here. I'm not gonna know when it's gonna come out, though. Or can you
I'm
just go...
losing
No.
patience with this is your last chance.
Okay, you have to jump over.
I'm gonna kill you. You still suck.
You get...
Welcome to my happy
What?
fun rainbow.
This is
It's so cute when kids
this
try to
is
play
the worst
games.
game ever created, man. How do people say this is peak? This is the worst thing ever made. Oh my god, this is so bad. It was only then that the true reality of my situation settled in. Only then did I realize that this wasn't going to be some sort of quick walk in the park or even just a dedicated bit of grinding like Foxy Fighters. No. Now? Now I was trapped here. Trapped inside of Chica's Magic Rainbow for the rest of my pathetic life. Oh my god. Dude, are you kidding me? Oh my god. This is pure torture. I'm actually thinking about canceling this 100%. I'm gonna crash out. Bro. Come on. Dude. Dude. Bro. Isn't this just awesome? Dude, this is the best game ever made. The sunflowers. Oh, and that seems fair. I can't. I actually can't with this. The rainbow. Oh my, dude, these freaking moths. These moths, man. I'm like, I can't. I don't know. I think I have to take a break. Dude. And it's not just the dying. It's the stupid rainbow.
Is this your first time to play a video game? Keep up the good work, sport. Oh, it's so cute when kids try to play games. Whoopsie. You suck. Oh, I'm laughing at you, not with you. Noob. Poser. So sad, it's hilarious. I have faith in you. I have faith in you. I have faith in you. I have faith in you.
In what world? Dude, how much longer am I gonna have to do this? Dude, I can't with this right now. Nothing in this miserable, pitiful life could have prepared me for Chica's Magic Rainbow. So let's go through and I'll show you exactly why this is just so damn hard. Like you saw earlier, it starts out with just these sunflowers. These things will fire petals when you move on to some certain spot. For the first one, you just need to jump over it, and the second one, as long as you stop moving, you can avoid the petal entirely. Now the next section is where the difficulty starts increasing. For this one, you need to hop onto this platform and jump over the incoming petals. This is probably going to sound dumb, but your natural instinct with these things is to hold right while you're going up, because in any other platformer, that's how you jump. Hold right to get the most horizontal distance out of your jump. Otherwise, what would even be the point of jumping? But this is not the case in these many sunflower sections where you need to hop over the petals. You need to jump straight up as high as you can, trigger the petals, move slightly to the right at your peak, and then land. Thankfully, each spot only triggers the petals once, so once you've made it past, if you have to go backwards or anything like that, you're totally fine. But this muscle memory of trying to move to the right while jumping just got me killed so many times here. Still, this is probably the easiest section, because everything is extremely precise here. When you hit a certain spot, the petals can only move in the 8 cardinal directions, so your movement path is extremely clear. The same cannot be said for the next section, the rainbow lasers. For this, Chica's Magic Rainbow fires down lasers in this spread-like fashion. We're gonna see this attack throughout the entire level, and my god is it infuriating, because it fires out the actual position of the rainbow, who in turn is following you. The way it shoots out can be vastly different. The key is to really wait until the rainbow catches up with you, and then stay in between this first and second section. It takes a good amount of practice to properly stay in between this thing while it slowly moves towards you, though. There's a real rhythm to it that takes a while to nail down. Also, you may have noticed that sometimes I'm booted out of the game entirely and no longer able to start from my checkpoints. And that's because I guess they thought it would be fun if after you die 33 times, you're completely reset and have to start from the beginning, which is just great. But next up, we have the butterfly section. And the butterfly section is, without a doubt, the most infuriating and least fair part of this entire game, whose entire purpose is to be both those things. First off, you've got butterflies that drop down these huge lasers that you, of course, have to avoid. But these guys move back and forth, and they have long patterns. Meaning you can't just like wait it out until you get the one you want. It's kind of hard to put to words, but the way they shuffle just makes the loop of their patterns really, really long time-wise, and also just really long distance-wise. And that distance is really our true issue here. As for some freaking reason, in the middle of trying to thread through these stupid butterfly lasers, Rainbow decides to just shoot another laser at you. I truly cannot emphasize how much I hate this. Because the butterflies keep moving back and forth, you have no way of controlling where in their cycle you get shot by the rainbow. Sometimes you could be before the first laser. Sometimes you could be after the second. Sometimes you're stuck in the middle. There's no consistency. It just feels like random chance. And you're probably thinking, well, Shawnee, you can just wait to get a favorable cycle. I want you to take that thought, hold on to it, and put a pin in it. Because you're gonna see so soon why that just straight up would not work. For the other sections, once I got enough practice on them, I was able to perform them pretty consistently. But this was not the case with the butterfly section. No such muscle memory occurred. Even until my final run, I was dying to these stupid butterflies. Consequently, this made every other section after this much harder, because by the time I got to it, I'd have so few lives left that I'd be unable to get any real progress before having to start all the way back over from scratch again. The following section is just the introduction to a friend who we'll be seeing a lot across the rest of this fight, the wooden stakes. Of course, there's no way to predict or see these coming, but they always proc at the exact same location, so once you get the hang of their spots, it's easy to just jump before, trigger the stakes, and then land. Definitely one of the easier sections. But the same cannot be said for the immediate follow-up, who I'd put on the same level as the butterflies. For this section, you're dealing with the rainbow lasers again. Only this time, at the end of it, there's a path of wooden stakes. Now, of course, while the rainbow lasers are firing, you can't jump over the stakes. But even if you inch through at the slowest possible pace away from those lasers, you end up pixels away from the spot where the stakes pop up. This means if you step even just a hair too fast, the rainbow will have sped up to match your pace, and now you've trapped yourself. Getting this exact slow rate is nearly impossible. It takes me so long to nail down, and even when I do, just one slip on the arrow key can cost you the run. Then we've got the logs. These first form on the right half of the screen and seem overwhelming at first until you realize for the first set you just double back onto this platform and jump over them, and for the second one you head backwards a little bit and then thread your jump between these top two. With that, we had made it to the final section, and nothing could have prepared me for this. Okay, what happens here? Okay, just run, just run. I don't know what this is. Just go, 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 go. Oh my god, yes! Narrowly avoided. Damn it. Okay, just keep jumping. Okay, we gotta see where they come up. It's like here. Oh, damn, how are you supposed to look at that crap? Such BS, dog. Okay, I think you have to keep jumping to keep putting the eyes, like, up. No! That was the end, bro! Oh, come on. The worst part about this final section is definitely the eyes. They just seem to fly wherever, and trying to bait some upwards means you're leaving yourself open to being hit by the lower ones. So really finishing all comes down to getting good eye spawn luck. And after 2.5 straight hours, I finally do. Yes! Oh my god, I did it! Yes! Oh, we got freaking Cawthon. Now, as much as I'd love to say that this permanently closes the Chica's Magic Rainbow chapter of my life, we still have more to do. As to unlock the other characters from this mode, we need to beat it in 3 minutes! Are you joking? My winning attempt took 6! This all comes down to your success in the 3 luck-based sections. The butterflies, the lasers, and the eyes. If you have bad luck there, then you'll die at least a few times and have to go all the way back by the time you reach the end. I'm able to beat the level a few more times and go pretty far over on time. But after about 40 minutes, the stars align, I have good luck in all those sections, and I'm able to secure a win with just 7 seconds under the deadline. This finally gives us Chipper, who is without a doubt the worst character in the entire Halloween section. In fact, a lot of the characters from the base game are significantly better than him. So a bit of a waste of time, but at least we know we can never have to go back to that cursed rainbow hellscape. Next up, if we head south, we can find the game that's been using Nightmarion's code, foxy.exe. Side note, this would be the beginning of FNAF's obsession with Nightmarion, whom I still don't understand why a non-canonical character is shoved into these games in every single chance they get, especially when bro is like 4 billion times less scary than the puppet himself.
Listen to my voice and you will find the key.
Huh?
Listen to my voice and you will find the key.
I don't get it. For this first screen, you just walk straight to the right. I'm not sure why he kept talking about a key when as long as you walk forward you advance, but I digress.
When you can see, how fast can you flee?
Oh, okay, I got jump scared.
When you can see.
What? I'm just like getting jump scared, but I'm like kind of immune to it because I'm epic and poggers.
When you can see, how
fast can you flee?
Call your big arm onto us.
Okay, so you can't sustain 3 jump scares, I guess? So, is he gonna go away, or what? I have to just, like... Oh, I have to walk backwards. Okay, I see, I get it. Make him go away. Okay, that's easy. And yup, that's all you really gotta do here. Just go slow, and you see Freddy backtrack until he goes away. Which brings us to the final screen.
Be sure your step.
The heck is that?
Heart of madness.
What the hell is that?
Be sure your step.
There's a cat? A giant cat?
Of madness.
Huh? So do I have to run away from it? For this screen, you just need to stand behind those big black outlines when the cat passes. This is easy as long as you take your time. Did I win? Wait, I lost? Oh no, I won, nice! This gives us Nightmare Ione, and unlike the previous games, he's the only party member we can snag from this minigame. Who else we got? What the heck, coffee? My code is being reused for FNaF 57. I was hoping for a TDH sequel, but I guess this is all I'm good for. What's TDH? And with that delicious intro, it's time to head into our final minigame, FNaF 57, Freddy in Space. In this one, you play as a little astronaut Freddy, and notably, still control with the arrow keys. What is wrong with you, Scott Cawthon? Just let me use the WASD like a normal human adult. Speaking of Scott, he's the villain of this game, as he reports in that the game isn't done yet and we're not supposed to be here. The game is a little Metroidvania. Well, actually, there's no Vania. This is essentially just Metroid, even down to the fact that you start with an embarrassingly small pea shooter that does no damage to the enemies around you. The hardest of these enemies is definitely these like cameras with guns on them. I mean, I just cannot for the life of me avoid these bullets. As you go along, Scott continues telling us that we'll never stop him from making spin-offs. And like, you know, man, seeing as there hasn't been another FNaF spin-off since 2 years ago when Into the Pit came out and FNaF AR went under, I think they actually did exactly that. What is this? Bubble bottle? Oh, the bubbles don't hurt you. Oh, okay. Once I've entered the second area though, the enemies have just become so bulky that it's not even worth trying to shoot them with my dinky little pea shooter. Instead, just like jumping around them, or when that's not an option, just jumping straight through them. These tentacles really do have a high chance of dropping hearts though, which makes killing them as you progress so important, as I'm already down to 37 health. I accidentally fall this hole, which leads me through a small tunnel with a cupcake sitting at the end, but my jump is too short, and I'm just barely not able to make it over the wall, so I'll have to come back here later. After climbing this tower, I'm faced with my toughest obstacle yet, this really small corridor with bouncing organs. Oh god. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. Okay, I just had to raw dog that. Well, I might die here. Not sure what to do about that. Ah! What's this? Oh, it just improved the height of my jump. Oh, sick. Okay. I can go get that cupcake, I guess. What even hit me? What? Dog, what? Hello? I start back from the beginning, and this time, notice the absurdly obvious cupcake just sitting here. I'm not even sure how I freaking missed that. Upon collecting it, my gun gets upgraded, not only doing more damage, but having a bitter hitbox, and oh lord, did I need that last run. It's no wonder I kept taking so many hits. Now knowing how valuable those cupcakes are, I make sure to keep my eyes peeled for anywhere that could be hiding around the map. I find this offshoot hallway that I go down after taking a few enemies, and manage to secure the second one, giving me an even bigger gun. Since falling down that hole in the bubble section is actually the right way to go, this time I head to the right, snagging me another cupcake. The fifth one is pretty obviously hidden behind this wall, and like, okay, this is how you do a fake wall. Like, it's so obvious this would be the only way to get here. This is what you need, FNaF World. I snag the jump upgrade, which I now have way more health upon reaching from all the extra damage I'm dealing, and then take it back to the cupcake I found before. From here, I'm not actually sure where the heck I'm supposed to go, as everywhere else ends up being a dead end, so I aimlessly wander around for a while and head back to the very first room and find this little wall I can now jump over. And while this isn't the exit I've been looking for, it does give me another cupcake. I finally find this little section we can now reach with the extended jump and make my way up the chute, where we get teleported to Scott's very own hideout. Luckily, I'd collected enough cupcakes here and are easily able to get through this area and make it to the final boss, Scott's head in a Metroid jar. And just as all that self-referential humor starts to wear on me, I'm lucky enough to kill the final boss, as I mean, my gun is just so strong here. This unlocks us Jacko Bonnie. But from this minigame, you can actually unlock 2 more characters. The first unlocks when you beat the game with every single cupcake, of which I was missing 1. This gives us Purple Guy. And as much as I'd love to tell you that the last character was another walk in the park and we can get on with this game's story, it was truly anything but. In fact, while beating Chica and the Magic Rainbow in under 3 minutes is definitely the hardest thing in this game, this is a close second. I can even see people thinking this one's harder. For the game's final character, we need to beat all of Freddy in space without picking up a single weapon upgrade. And seeing as last time I had no cupcakes on my weapon, I was barely able to make it halfway through, I'm sure you can see how difficult this is going to be. The enemies are just so spongy, so killing them takes so long. What you're basically forced to is you need to minimize as much damage as possible, as the real challenge begins once you enter Scott's lair. This hallway is absurdly dangerous, as not only does it have those godforsaken cameras that I hate, but it also has these giant chop and roll guards who are a bit too hard to dodge around. So you're forced into battle, and dear lord, not only does it take forever to whittle this guy down, but the limited range of your gun means it's basically impossible to dodge those attacks. This tunnel is where I lost 100% of all my failed runs. Even entering with upwards of 50 and 60 health, I would be drained down in mere seconds, not even permitting me access to the boss. So I looked up a guide, and the biggest thing I learned is that you shouldn't be holding down the shoot button. You can actually shoot way faster if you just repeatedly press it. This dramatically increases your fire rate, and as such your damage. With this new tech, combined with hours of practice on the opening areas, I'm able to make it to the hideout with 86 health. I also realized in testing that for this last hallway, it's best to just run right through. You'll take a ton of damage, as these chop and rolls do 10 contact damage, but trust me, it is the only way. You'll take way more damage trying to take these things out. Then right before Scott, there are all these UFOs. Make sure to take these out. They're stupidly easy to avoid, and shooting them drops a lot of hearts. Doing this saved me 10 extra hearts here, which is actually a lot. Then finally for the Scott fight, once again, do not try and dodge. just sit there and spam your shoot button as fast as humanly possible. This does bring up a small problem for me though, and after attempting this so many dang times, my hand had gotten really tired, and midway through the fight, I gotta switch to the other one. Oh my god, my hand hurts so bad. I gotta switch hands. Oh god, that was a mistake. Oh god, I'm gonna die now. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna lose it all. Nice! Oh my god, that stuck. We got Coffee Pot. Yes, after nearly throwing away the perfect run, I managed to lock it up there at the end. And unlike Magic Rainbow, this time the Endgame Impossible challenge was actually very worth it, as Coffee Pot is objectively the best character in the entire game. Speaking of characters, we need to set up our party, as now we've got one last dungeon and then a boss to take care of. And I think this was pretty obvious based on what Fredbear said and the fact that you have to fight so hard to get them, but all these characters we've unlocked are leaps and bounds better than anything we could have ever had access to before. In fact, while ranging at Chica's Magic Rainbow, I accidentally wandered into our next dungeon and just got absolutely steamrolled. Some of these newbies are more useful than others, so let's cover the ones that we're going to be using. Firstly though, to get to the final area, you'll need to head through the middle intersection by where we were headed to Foxy Fighters, and we'll find one last hidden portal. Before we head in, Fredbear reminds us that this entire area is covered in toxic smog that will quickly drain our health. This brings us to our very first necessary member on our squad, Nightmare Ione. He's got a move called Bubble Breath that puts a bubble helmet over our entire party, giving us temporary immunity to the toxic gas in the air. Having a Bubble Breath user is an absolute necessity for this part of the game. I mean, I cannot overstate how much damage this gas will do to you. The only other party member that has this move is Nightmare Balloon Boy, so you gotta have one of them. Nightmare BB is actually pretty good, but I think Nightmare Ione just barely edges him out, as Nightmare Ione gets access to a really strong move called Fourth Wall. This is probably the best damaging attack in the entire game. Not only does it have a huge base damage rate, hit the entire party, it also ignores defense, often meaning it does way more damage than anything else you could possibly have access to. And that same reason is why I love Anim Dude, or the Scott Cawthon profile picture on my team, as he has access to Fourth Wall as well. In addition to that, he's got access to Mega Virus, an absolutely devastating damage over time move that just nukes enemies. Then we have Jacko Bomb. I would definitely say he's the weakest of the team, but not by much. His Jacko Bomb attack does huge damage to all the enemies on the field. And in addition to that, he's got the next evolution of Unscrew, Slasher. Slasher has a 1 in 10 chance to deal 100,000 damage. While in theory, this sounds worse than Unscrew, not only does this work on all bosses, you'll soon see why having this move makes him immediately one of the best in the game. And then at the end, we've got, without a doubt, the best character in the game, and I wish I was joking, Coffee. Not only does Coffee have access to Mega Virus, a devastating attack that you want to always have set up, not only does she have access to Neon Wall 2, a move that makes your entire team completely invincible for 5 seconds, but of course the crown jewel of her moveset, gift boxes. Her perfect setup moves make her just such an excellent support character, because unlike someone like RXQ, who just ends up sitting around most of the time setting up gift boxes, if gift boxes are already set up, she can lay down that Mega Virus to actually deal a good amount of damage. Now we're going to be using some of the other new characters as well, but I'll wait to explain them as they become relevant. For now, we are just blasting our way through this endless maze. But despite how completely overpowered our team was, we still kind of struggled to get through these fights, as the team was just severely underleveled, and these enemies are no joke. In terms of the dungeon itself though, it's just a really long dark maze with no map, which means you just kind of wander around aimlessly until you eventually find your way to the end. Miraculously, I actually did this without looking anything up, just raw dogging the navigation. By the time I make it to the end, the team had leveled up a fair bit, but still were a bit underpowered for my liking. But I still had faith their sheer brokenness would carry us through the final boss fight. Okay, what are you? Purple Geist. I'm the Purple Geist. What the hell? Oh, it's freaking Chica's Magic Rainbow! Oh my god! Get out of here! The true final boss, Chica's Magic Rainbow, for some reason, explains to us that she's gonna kill us for, I don't know. I don't even think the game developers know. But to kill us, she needs to charge up her super epic rainbow cannon, which is gonna take her a full real-life 3 minutes. And this fight in general is super confusing. I'm just clicking damaging move after damaging move before I realize that I'm not taking any damage at all. I mean, other than the chip that I take when I need to re-up my balloon breath. This leads me to believe that the rainbow is just a 3-minute deal as much damage as you can fest, before sending her big attack. And so I do exactly that, just sending as many moves as I can. But as the time slowly trickles on by, despite doing thousands of damage every turn, this stupid rainbow is still standing. How much more damage do I need to do? My god! Go! We only have 30 seconds left. Okay, I don't know if we're gonna be able to do this one. I'm just gonna hold, and then Neon Wall 2 when there's 1 second left. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Prepare for Rainbow Overload!
Rainbow Overload? But I have my Neon Wall up! Okay, I don't think it made much of a difference. Alright then. So, that thing killed me. I am mega dead. All right, got it. Yes, unfortunately, my Neon Wall 2 strategy does not work, so we're forced to find another way around this boss. After doing some research, I realized that the stupid rainbow has 400,000 hit points, so we're gonna need to be much stronger. I decided to save that to be our final obstacle, and take the time now to do all the other things waiting for us inside of this FNaF world. First up, we need to grind up our team a bit. The easiest way I found to grind EXP is just to repeatedly take on security, as this gives you 10,000 experience, and with our Halloween characters, it goes down in just a matter of seconds. After snagging some levels, we need to head back through the funhouse and over to the glitched items section, as there are actually 2 endings we can scoop up here. Here, if you go down to the 3rd layer and then through this wall, we can ignore Fredbear's previous advice and head down to a 4th layer in the glitch world. Oh, what the hell? What the freak? What the hell is this? I'm so sorry to say that you have gone too deep into the code. There is no way back out. My name is Old Man Consequences. Come have a seat and let's fish for a while. You have nowhere else to go. The end. Is that really the whole ending? And yes, that's the complete ending of that scene, with the only escape being going back to the title screen. But we're not quite done with the old man yet, as if you head back to Old Man Consequences Pond, instead of talking to him, this time we need to head straight into the river. I'm Freddy Fazbear. I'm taking a swim inside of Old Man's Lake. I'm Freddy Fazbear. Alright, now what? Okay. What the hell? Can I move? No. Okay, does this just keep happening? Now, while it looks like we once again are just stuck here, we actually need to wait here for 2 full minutes watching Freddy fall, and then... What the hell? The hell is this? It's a man of some sort. Okay. Is that purple guy with his 2 children? Or didn't he have 3 children, actually, I guess? Or is it Michael grabbing his 2 siblings or something? I don't know. Alright. Better close the door if you gonna make me scared. And if you're looking for some lore explanation for what this all means, you're in luck, because so is every other FNaF fan in the history of the world. Old Man Consequences is famously one of the most confusing characters in the history of FNaF, which is saying something when 90% of this series' lore was just proactively written to be the exact reverse opposite of whatever theory MatPat happened to put out that week. The current running theory is that since this entire game seems to be just a commentary on the fact that Scott Cawthon has no idea what he's doing, and is really unclear how he's supposed to end FNaF, Fredbear drowning means that Scott can finally take a step back and spend more time with his family. As in real life, he has 2 children, I guess. But none of this is canon, thankfully, so Scott would never do that, and instead would go on to write 2 of the most abysmal screenplays ever written. For our next ending, we need to load into a new file and set Fredbear as our first party member, which will make him the one who talks to the other Fredbear in cutscenes. And once we load in, I know you may feel like going out and taking a oh my god, the same Fredbear can't occupy the same space at the same time. Oh my god. Well, alright then. Moonlord's legs! Universe end. Oh, well, alright then. I guess that's just that simple. This earns us our 6th medallion on the title screen, meaning we've just got 3 left to go. Next up, we need to head back to the mysterious mine and over to this section here on the left, where there seems to be a tunnel leading to nowhere. Oh my god, it's Chipper! What the hell? Okay, sure. Oh my god, he's killing my guys! What the hell? We need gift boxes! Gift boxes! Chipper's main mechanic is that he solo one-hits with every single one of his hits, so you really want to make sure you've got those gift boxes set up. But as long as you keep those up, he goes down without a hitch. Oh my god, that scared the crap out of me. This isn't fair. It was never fair. It was supposed to be me. It was always supposed to be me. Don't worry, he'll come back in the form of a Mexican chain in Security Breach. The world was lush and beautiful, full of strange and gullible creatures, but no, that wasn't enough for you. You wanted to be scared. You wanted to feel dread. The game has not made me scared, but it certainly made me feel a lot of dread, I'll tell you what. You haven't seen the last of me. Freddy Fazbear isn't the one who will be sharpening his teeth on your bones. It will be me. It will be me. Okay. Peace out, bro. The end. And with that, it was time to head back to the Magic Rainbow Land, as this was the final challenge awaiting us. This time I'm going in with a slightly different strategy though. Since the rainbow just has so much health, I figure weakening her with our normal attacks is basically useless. Instead, I'm gonna do it the way that God intended and the children love, and solve our problems with gambling, baby. Yes, for this attempt, I'm gonna be going with the Slasher strat. Like I said earlier, Slasher has a 10% chance to deal 100,000 damage. And with the rainbow having 400,000 health, if we can just hit 4 of them, we should be able to win. And since I didn't take a single lick of damage in that last fight, I decided to abandon the support-focused Coffee in favor of Purple Guy, as he also has access to Slasher. This, of course, comes down to hitting as many Slashers as possible, so I opt to leave behind the Mimic Ball here, making us sit through less attacks from our other 2 party members, and more time to slash, baby! But about midway through our time, disaster strikes. Oh, why are we dying? Why are we dying? Oh god, gift boxes! We need gift boxes! No, I clicked the wrong button! Okay, that'll have to do for now. Oh my god, how did we take so much damage? And despite my entire B team just being 4 dedicated gift boxers, it wasn't enough, and we swiftly receive a it game over. Now this really confused me at first, because I was kind of under the impression that the rainbow couldn't do any damage to you. So when I started dying, I was beyond perplexed. It actually took me a few more attempts to figure out what the hell was going on here. Apparently, the rainbow actually does have an attack in summoning these tiny mini rainbows. And if they touch you, you take 999 damage, which is basically an insta-kill. Now the reason I didn't notice these guys in my first playthrough is they're actually cleared out by moves that physically hit them, with the easiest of which being fourth wall. Since my first attempt had me constantly using that move, I was able to continuously clear them out. Conversely, since I was now using slasher, which was rarely ever doing damage, the rainbows were able to spiral out of control and obliterate my team. It takes a good amount of attempts to figure out what the best setup for this is, which of course means many losses, which of course means having to make your way back through the entire dungeon once again. On the bright side, I did realize that one character in particular makes getting through this section way easier. Purple Guy. While I initially underrated him, he's probably got the best move in the entire game for non-boss enemies, Hocus Pocus. This has a very high chance to transform the entire party into another enemy. And in this case, since the enemies in this dungeon are so much stronger than anything else in the game, transforming them into just about anything is basically a win right on the spot, as the new enemies will have no way of touching our beefed up Halloween characters. Back to the rainbow fight though, I circle through a couple different strategies. First, I try replacing Dude with coffee, that way if the rainbows make their way through, we've got easy access to gift boxes. However, this gives us way less fourth wall pressure, and Mega Virus doesn't clear those mini rainbows, meaning that we're quickly overrun by them and die. So I try bringing back Dude. Now we've got Nightmarion and Dude launching fourth walls. Now like I said earlier, I didn't use Mimic Ball to opt for more slashers. However, while this was better for the slasher potential, it means we're getting off fewer fourth walls, which lets the rainbows quickly overrun us. Also, don't know if having an auto shield up like this slows the approach of the rainbows, but I seem to have better luck when I use it. With all that locked in, it would really just come down to having a run that hit enough slashers. Nice! Hit one slasher. That's one so far. Hit two. Oh, shoot. We need Bubba Breath, and we need it now. And we need it now. I don't even know how much damage we've done otherwise.
You cheated.
Oh, we did it, yes! I only need to hit 2 slashers because I'm the GOAT. Holy crap, I'm the best ever do it. Oh, there's more. I'm impressed. What are you doing here? Can't you see that I'm busy? What? What are you talking about, dude? You deactivated my games? I didn't know what else to do. I don't want to disappoint, but my mind isn't right. I've made something terrible. Her name is... Oh, so that is Purple Guy. Unless this is a meta thing, and Scott's saying that it's too late to deactivate her. So is there, like, no lore in this game, actually? Like, that's crazy. Like, I'm not saying I love FNaF lore, but, like...
The show will begin momentarily. Everyone, please stay in your seats.
Okay, I guess they didn't figure out the baby voice quite yet. I guess that was not baby, alright. Maybe that was toddler or something like that. But that ain't no baby I know. Oh, maybe that was... Who could that possibly have been? Because baby didn't kill Henry or William or, I guess, Michael? To be continued? Okay, so this is why this is not canon. I get it. Because it's saying that baby killed the creator, but that's just not true. And with that, we had achieved the true ending of FNaF World and done everything we could in that save file. However, there is one last secret ending, and in order to beat it, we're gonna need to start a brand new save file. Luckily for us, we've now got the option to use fixed party mode. This lets you pick from all the characters you've unlocked across all files, though with the restriction that you can't make any changes to your teams once you've locked them in. And we better choose well, as we still need to make it through almost all of hard mode here. Though unfortunately, we won't have access to any of our Halloween characters. For my A team, I go with Funtime Foxy and RXQ for the gift boxes, Bring Bonnie for his access to Cosmic Song, and Nightmare for his ability to mass lower defense. For our B team, I really just want to focus on keeping the A team alive, so I go with Crying Child for the gift boxes, Endo 2 for the Neon Wall, Fredbear for the Cosmic Song, and Nightmare Fredbear because why the heck not? To achieve this ending, when you talk to the Fredbear NPC, instead of clicking the end button at the end of his conversations, you just need to wait on the screen without pressing anything. And if you wait for long enough, oh, here we go. But you don't really believe that, do you? There is a task for you to complete. You have to leave breadcrumbs for him to help him find his way. What? You have to leave breadcrumbs for him to help him find his way. Okay. Let's go talk to Fredbear again. Yes, the world beneath the surface world. This is a safe place, a sanctuary. The truth is that there is no safe place. You don't understand that. You're made for one thing. There's a task for you to complete. Before you follow this passage, go back. Find the clock. The clock? What clock? Okay. Before I go there, find the clock. Oh, there's a clock right there. Does that count? Oh, look, a clock! Oh, wow. Okay, that's what they mean. What? Oh, I'm being timed. Okay. I put him in the box. I guess that wasn't right. What was I supposed to do? Did I do it wrong? Was that right? Thus, we have the next basic gameplay loop to achieve this clock ending. We go to Fredbear, he tells us where the next clock is, we go and grab it, and then we complete a short minigame, and then on to the next Fredbear. And all this new secret dialogue, Fredbear keeps alluding to the fact that we're being strung along for the amusement of the one who pulls the strings, which really confused me. But not more confusing than the fourth clock minigame, where you've got 3 buttons with 3 different codes on them that just seem to be random numbers. I have absolutely no idea what this means, so I just go around pressing them all and seeing if anything happens, and then the game just ends. Unfortunately for me, that means I had messed up this minigame and now had to go all the way back to the beginning on a new save file. See, what you're supposed to do here is click the middle button, as those with a lack of vitamin D may remember that this is actually the code you need to type into the wall panels in FNaF 3. I mean, it's no 11307, but sure, yeah, I guess it's memorable enough. By now, I had made it to the funhouse, and I was finally starting to have trouble with the enemies here. Seeing as I had started this file less than 10 minutes ago and only fought the required bosses, I'm extremely underleveled and lacking any of my usual broken chips and bites, which actually makes our fight against Bubba pretty tricky. Uh-oh, we need neon wall, we need gift boxes, and we need mimic. We need more gift boxes, I guess. We need cosmic song, we need mimic ball. We need to swap. Jump scare, swap to the other party. We need to gift box. We need to gift box, and we need to gift box now. Gift box, gift box, gift box. Give me gift box. Gift box, okay, that's fine. Let's re-up the mimic ball, that's fine. Oh my god, we're so underleveled for this, it's crazy. Let's do gift boxes. Switch teams, this is not good. We need to get our gift boxes back up. Gift boxes, just don't hit the crying child. Okay, whew, that could have been bad. Let's Megabyte. I probably should have rainy dayed, but it's fine. I need a gift box. There we go. Oh my god, I can't believe we're actually going to be able to kill Bubba. I'm like level 4. Nice! Woo! Okay, what do you got for me this time, Fredbear? Attacking the game's security system will not accomplish anything. Oh, okay, good to know. I really didn't want to have to do that. Get the key, but ignore the guardians. If you have succeeded in setting the clocks, then your true goal will be revealed once you have the key. Oh, we have to fight Pork Patch. That stinks. Okay, but if we die, it's not the end of the world. Thankfully, the Bubba fight gave us some levels, which makes Pork Patch showdown much easier. Now, with all the clocks collected and properly sent, we can head to this one last key block that used to lead to nothing and now has a teleport point behind it. Oh, I knew this did something! Oh, nice. What the hell? We are still your friends. Do you believe that? Not really. You're gonna creep me out. Pieces are in place for you. What pieces? All you have to do is find them. Is this supposed to be the thing from FNaF 4? The golden Freddy, or the Fredbear that talks to us? And that was what that was all for? Okay. Alright. Whatever you say. And if you're confused about that ending, for once, it's actually quite simple. The common theory about this ending is that you play as a guy named Edwin, and he made the mimic. But it was difficult to put the pieces together. It was time to show the world I wasn't gonna be any sort of turbo normal guy. I was gonna be a purple guy. Purpley guy. I get those kids and a Freddy that Fazbear.